to the BullHorn. Joining me again, Howard Linden, to discuss the many stocks that are at 52-week highs. Obviously, you've got your Apples and your Amazons, but talk about some of the ones that investors may not be as familiar with. Visa is obviously not an obscure company, but that's another one at an all-time high or 52-week high that people aren't really paying as much attention to.
In the interim, Visa and Mastercard are very strong. I own a little, full disclosure. They take very little risk, obviously, because they are an intermediary. So one of those great companies.
Moving on to the other end of the spectrum, Visa and Mastercard benefiting from consumers maybe a little skittish, but not completely pulling back. But then you've got some pawn shop stocks that are actually at 52-week highs, and that's obviously illustrative of this weak economy we're still in.
Pawn shops have always been there 50, 100, 200 years. Obviously, it's a big trend now as the country is cash-strapped. People go without work for 2-3 months at a time. Pawn shops seem to be the thing. There's First Cash Financial. There's old PWN itself, Easy Pawn Shops, Easy PW. All have been talked about. Very boring, but again, very low risk stocks, because these companies are really good at what they do, which is buying low and selling high.
Right. Somewhat related to that, gold obviously has been an asset that continues to do well, and gold mining stocks, many of them at 52-week highs. Are you? Would you consider yourself a gold bug, or are you not really playing that trend?
Generally, the miners will play catch-up here, so if gold just stays strong, it looks like the miners, Newmont Mining broke out to all-time highs, NEM. It's hard to invest in these type of companies because, you don't want to chase them, and I prefer momentum. So in essence, I like buying strength. And historically, that's been the opposite way to play metals.
We've obviously been talking a lot about stocks at 52-week highs. There's one notable exception, a company that we have talked about on this show a lot that is not anywhere near a 52-week high right now. That is Netflix. It's been a massive bloodletting lately in that stock. What do you think about Netflix now?
The stock is traded half its float supposedly over the last 5 days each day. So, you got a new shareholder base that's going to form, and it's going to be a prove me company. It's not going to move $30 a day to the upside and downside. I do own the stock, full disclosure. I bought some yesterday, and already my kids' college is in danger. I think with Netflix, 20 million subscribers, they're going to be back in the show me phase. They're going to have more competition as they go into streaming, and the stock reflects that. Will there be further multiple compression? Very possible.